Hello and welcome friends to the series of lectures related to the printing on textile. Today we will going to discuss about the classification of styles and how we are producing the color effect by various styles and how we produce the patterns using the various styles. That thing we will discuss and we will understand today. So let's start with the basic introduction that printing style is ultimately the manner that we are just saying that the style of standing the man is great. जैसे बढ़िया से खड़ा है उसकी खड़े रहने की स्टाइल बढ़िया है so that is the manner. चलने की स्टाइल walking style it's a manner. So same way how we are producing the effect on the fabric, that is the style for textile printing. And these styles is divided in two different areas. One is the mechanical and one is the chemical. So mechanical operations as well as chemical reaction. The first and very basic is the direct style. It is also known as the steam style because the color has been fixed by steaming in steamer or ager after printing. So you have to print color on your fabric directly and your fabric will go to the fixation area. Okay. So here what is the thing that we are putting the shade or we are putting the design on white or dyed fabric directly. And so that's why it is known as the direct style. Let's see in this slide that you can see this is the white fabric, and when this white fabric has been printed with a various color, various pattern, here is the single color. You can see the varieties of motifs as well as the blotch of blue color. So these all the shades or all the designs, all the patterns have been printed by directly on the fabric. That's why it is known as the direct styles. But some disadvantage of this style is also there, and those are you can't print a very fine line using the direct printing style. You can't go for a very dark blotch, as well as you can't go for a small motif in a dark background. So to overcome from these limitations, we had defined or we had developed a discharge style. What is the basic fundamentals of discharge style? Here, that fabric has been dyed with a single shade or maybe combination shade that is known as the ground. When you print a design and you go for a steaming, wherever you have printed, wherever you have printed, the printed area is converted into the white zone. How? Because we had added the reducing agent in discharging paste. That reducing agent will reduce the ground color and the ground will become a colorless, because when it's reduced, the double bond of dye is converted into a single bond. So that's why the color will disappear. So what is the thing? Here we are discharging with the paste only, not a single color has been added in the paste. That's why it is known as the white discharge. Same way, when you are adding some color in your color paste, it will show the colored effect, but the color should be non-dischargeable. When you are printing with discharge style and you are adding some color in your printing paste, you must remember that the color which is added in the printing paste must be non-dischargeable. Okay, then and then you can get the color discharge effect, because the ground color will be discharged but the colored effect will be produced by non-dischargeable dye. Now this one is the resist style. So discharge style is what there we are printing after the dyeing. That means the fabric will padded, it will dyed first and then we are going for the printing, and that printed area has been discharged. Either it is a white or it is the color. But when we are talking about the resist style, here we are printing, doing the printing first and then we are dyeing with the color. And the examples of these resist styles are tie and dye, batik printing, as well as the bandhani printing. You can see in the photos the t-shirt has been tie and dye. The dress material, pink dress material is the bandhani, and the blue color sample is for batik printing. Here what we are doing, here we are resisting the color to develop on the fabric, and in discharge we are discharging the color which already present on the fabric. So what is the difference between discharge and resist? So these are the difference, that when you are doing the discharge style, it is a very costly, you require very drastic chemical reaction, require a strong reducing agent. Also, rejection of the samples are more compared to resist in a discharge. So ultimately, when you are using the discharge, you can print a sharp outline. You can go for a bright appearance. You can go for a better result and better motif. But the problem is what? The cost will ultimately increase. Also, the rejection chances of your printed fabric is more compared to resist, as well as you require a drastic chemical reaction. That means you require a strong reducing agent which can reduce the double bond of dye into a single bond. So these are the main three styles which is related to the printing style. Industry is generally concerned on the direct as well as discharge, but the resist printing styles are used at a very local area. That means which is a MSME, small business manufacturer or small entrepreneurs are using the resist styles. This one is a new, that is a conversion style. In this thing, we are doing a discharge printing only. But how? That means we had developed our ground with the two color. One is the blue and one is the yellow. That means you are getting the green color on your ground. From these two dyes, one is the dischargeable and one is the non-dischargeable. Now you are printing on your ground and you are going for the steaming. What will happen at the steam? The paste which containing the reducing agent, it will discharge the dischargeable dye. That means from the green, blue color will be discharged. And when blue color is discharged, you will ultimately get the yellow color at the portion where you had the printed. That means here we are doing dyeing with the two dye, mixture of the two dye. One is the dischargeable and one is the non-dischargeable. And when we are printing with the reducing agent, the dye which is dischargeable is discharged in the steam and non-dischargeable dye will stick or adhere to the or ground. So you can get the discharge effect with these two dyes in the dyeing portion only. That's why this is known as the conversion. We are converting one dye and one dye is the stable. This is the dye style. In this thing, generally we are using those dyes which are not suitable for the particular fabric. That means if acid dye is not suitable for cotton, basic dye is not suitable for cotton. So we are using here modern to fix the dye on our fabric. So the first fabric will printed with the modern in your paste. Then you go for a dyeing. What will happen at the printed area where the modern is present will stick with your dye molecules and other ground will be stained only. And when you are going for a washing, the stained ground will become again white, and where you had printed your modern, it will develop in some color. You can see on the slide also. So white fabric is dyed, it's stained with the orange and printed with the dark orange, and when it's washed, the printed area is a red and other portion of the ground is pure white. Now this is discharge cum resist. This style is particularly used only for synthetic fiber and specifically for polyester, because when we are dyeing the polyester, our dye is dissolved in the fiber, and so it's a very hard to discharge from that dissolved area. So what we are doing, we are dyeing as well as printing simultaneously. First you dyed your fabric and fix the dye at 100 degree. Means you remember your dyeing lectures, you will remember that when you are dyeing the polyester, you require 132 degrees Celsius. But here we are giving only 100 degree. So what will happen? The dye will stick on the surface only. Now you print with the dye which containing the dischargeable, your reducing agent also. And then you go for a steaming. Now what will happen? At the portion where you had printed, that area will not be developed by your dye. That means you are resisting the developing of dye. And again, at the same area, which dye is present on the ground is discharged by the reducing agent. That means we are doing the two functions at a time, that is a discharge and resist. That's why this is known as the discharge cum resist type. Now crimp effect is produced on the cotton fabric by using the caustic soda, generally 55 to 60 degree total, and it is also known as the Cockle effect or crimp effect. Let's see the examples. This is the bed sheet which had been printed with the caustic soda. The straight line you can see, that is the pure cotton, but where the zigzag curve is there, that has been shrink due to the printing of caustic soda. So after printing the caustic soda, we are going for the washing, and that's why that caustic soda will shrink your cotton area, and it will give this zigzag effect, which is a very beautiful effect generated by the simple method. Carbonized style as well as burnout style. This is done on the PC blend, polyester cotton blend, by using 70 to 77% sulfuric acid, strong sulfuric acid. And the basic characteristic of cotton is that when you add this much amount of this concentrated acid on a cotton, cotton will degrade. Okay, so what we are doing when you are burn out, that means when you are removing all the cotton from the polyester cotton blend, all cotton portion has been burned out or degraded, that is known as the brasso. And you can see that when this polyester cotton blend is brasso, you will get the effect with the net. Same way in a dyed fabric also. But in this case, we are removing 100% cotton from PC blend. Okay, but when you are going for a brasso, we are removing the cotton from the PC blend only at the printed portion. Okay, and when you are printing and when you are going for a 150 degrees Celsius for 5 minutes, the fabric will turn into black, which is known as the tar. And that tar has been reduced from your fabric surface, removed from your surface, and your fabric should be converted into pure white. That's why we are using the hydrogen peroxide for bleaching. That means when you are drying, then you go for a wash and then you go for a bleach and wash, and you will get this effect. You can see the polyester cotton blend has been printed with the acid liberating agent, and where the design has been printed, at that portion cotton has been removed, and other portion where we had not printed any design, that is PC blend. So due to this thing, this beautiful effect has been generated. So this is what about the brasso. Now batik. Batik is a very old technique, and somewhere this thing is still used for a lungi. It is many lungi printing for South Africa also. It is known as the crackle effect. They are saying it's the cracking. So what is cracking? So you have to print the wax. You have to print the molten wax on your fabric at a particular portion, and then you go for a dye. After this thing, when you wash your fabric at some temperature, 40 degree, 50 degree, then what will happen? At that portion, that ball of wax will blast, and due to this blasting, the dye will be flow, or it will float on the fabric in a various direction, and that's why you will see the very uneven pattern of the linings, and that is known as the crackle effect. Okay, so if you can see in that red color design, that so many lines are there and which all are uneven, no repeat is there due to this wax printing. And how wax can be printed? So it is printed by using the jaan. You can see on a yellow or design area where the persons are using the hand to print the batik. Okay, you can see here also, okay, we are using T-jaan for this printing of wax. And the final one is the raise. That means after printing, you are raising your design at the fixation area by using specific chemicals. So ultimately, what is the printing style? You can see here. So this is the pure classification of printing style. This is a direct, discharge, white color, resist, white color, burnout, carbonize, as well as burnt out, as well as brasso, and others which are batik, cream. Okay, so this is what about the printing style, and we will discuss more about the printing or the chemicals which is used in a printing paste in our next lecture of this regular series. Okay, thank you friend. Thank you very much for listening. Stay home, stay safe.